Hey Hero fans, this is Todd. So earlier I did a video on Superman and making the ultimate one by doing a head swap, and that was pretty cool with the Mezco figure. And then somebody said, hey, you mentioned Wonder Woman. What Wonder Woman figure is the one that matches this set and also works with classics and of course the new Super 7 Ultimates? And that figure is this Wonder Woman right here. Now, if you come back to this video, I'll add it to the description. I didn't add it yet because it's a live feed. And I'm not going to open her right now because I have a bunch already open, but here she is opened. Now, I did give her two of her little knives instead of just one. But let's take a look at this figure and we'll talk about it. Let me get a light on here. I need a light. There we go. And it is a cool figure. It came with two figures in the line. It came with Wonder Woman, and then it also came with Wonder Girl. And here is Wonder Girl. And Wonder Girl's made a lot like the standard DC Universe Classic, so she's a lot shorter, but she's supposed to be smaller, so it makes total sense. And if you bought both figures together, you can make this cool little figure, build a figure from those two figures. He's pretty small. And his name is Dr. Psycho. Dun 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 dun. And he's obviously really small, but he just comes in just two major parts. You can see here he comes with his torso and two arms. And I think in the other figure you get the head and the legs. Yes, there you go. So with Wonder Woman you get the torso and arms, and with Wonder Girl you get the head and the legs. And he has very little articulation. Just basically 1, 2, 3, 4 points of articulation. So not a lot. Just enough to be creepy. Anyway, so as you guys know, I was always looking for a good Wonder Woman fit figure that would work great with my Masters of the Universe. And she is a great fit. You can see her standing next to Tila. It is awesome. Now, the other Wonder Woman figures we got in the past, let me go and find one of the other ones. Hold on a second. I should have planned ahead. So here's the Wonder Woman that we got with DC Classics. And she is taller than a lot of the DC figures that we had in the past. So she fits for height, but just for build, she is just way too skinny compared to this figure right here. You can see the difference. But as far as height goes, they gave her a lot of height with the DCU ones. In fact, she even makes Superman look kind of short in comparison. So it's kind of funny. Anyway, so as you know, Wonder Woman, one of her iconic colors that I think is really important is the red. So looking at this figure, to me, it just looks really blah, because there's not a lot of color to it. So I personally did some changes, and let's go ahead and walk through those changes. The first change I did was I gave her a little hook on her side here. And then I added a cool little lasso. Basically went to the craft store and found some of this gold kind of string and stuck it on there. Now she has a little more playability. And then I also cut the nose piece shorter, which I think looks a whole lot better, so you can actually see her face. And then I saw her face. Dun, 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 I'm a believer. But still, one of the problems is she still looks really blah without any splash of color. So then I decided to take it the next step further. This one I cut a little more off to give it more of the Wonder Woman look. Still have the string and the hook, but I added a clearish red coat to it. And if you do it just right, you can actually still see her straps on her back with that clear red being applied. So there you go. Hey, Mike, thanks for joining us. And so personally, I like that a whole lot better with that red. It just adds so much more to it, I think, color-wise, and it just screams more Wonder Woman to me than not. Now, I know I made lots of videos in the past about my Wonder Woman figures, so I'm not going to rehash the whole entire video. Hey, Ronald, thanks for joining us. But someone just asked after the Superman video, and I thought, you know what, instead of throwing them to an old video, I'll just go to my room and quickly shoot what it is. So another fun thing to do with these figures is to mix and match with Moto parts. So here is my Wonder Woman that I mixed and matched a lot of. And she has She-Ra's arms, She-Ra's legs, Tila's sword, And she's not quite as thick as these ones, but it's still not too bad. And it's a pretty nice fit mashup to kind of fit into the He-Man line. But again, she's not quite as large across the shoulders and the chest area, but she does seem to fit pretty well, especially since she has She-Ra's legs and arms. It really sells the whole entire aesthetic. Anyway, so there you go. Out of all these, even though you think this is my favorite one, it's not. My favorite one actually is this one here. I just love the way she looks. I think she looks so cool. I love the sandals, which is funny, as opposed to the red boots that we had with Triclops. But I just kind of like this style, the way she looks. So anyway, I know it's kind of a short, sweet video, but somebody again was asking. And again, this is what the packaging looks like. And I will put a link in the description. So if you come back to this video, so save this video, share with a friend so you can go back and find it later. And then they're actually pretty inexpensive. It's funny, I kept this one in the box on purpose. I kept buying them over and over again. It's like, you know what? If I keep one sealed and customized, then I'll have no reason to buy anymore because I have one complete. Even though I have one open already and complete, it's just kind of funny how, you know, you get into these buying sprees and it's like, what? It's only $10. Cool, I'm picking it up. And then before you know it, you got another and another and another. Anyway, I'm sure you guys have all dealt with that, being you guys are also action figure collectors yourself. And it's funny, like I was saying, even though she is not quite the right size, knowing that she is supposed to be a younger girl, she actually does fit in really nice. Now, one more thing about Wonder Girl is her head. If you take a look at her head is actually sculpted very nice. And I really like the sculpting on the head. And let me show you why it's so important to know about the sculpting on her head. Hold on a second. There we go. Because in our 2-packs of figures, we got a She-Ra and a Supergirl. And this is the Supergirl we got. And her head just looks horrible. Horrible! I mean, the rest of her looks pretty cool. I like her cool boots, everything else. She's supposed to be a kid too, so I don't mind her being so small. But if you just take and you use Wonder Girl's head on She-Ra's body, on Supergirl's body, it just looks so much better. It's incredible how much difference it makes just by doing that one little swap on this figure. And you can see the difference between the two. So Wonder Girl's a good buy just in order to use her head for Supergirl. Now this is not my go-to Supergirl. She's the one I loan to my grandkids all the time to play with, but I of course have a Supergirl that fits better with these figures. She's a little bigger. Let's see if I can find her. Where is Supergirl? I can't find her right now. Hold on. Let me check one more spot while you guys stare at Wonder Woman. Oh, there she is. There she is. And she's about the same height as Wonder Girl there, so she's still small, but she looks more like Supergirl to me than the kid one. So you can see the difference. Actually, she's about the same height. I can't believe that. I always thought she was bigger, but I guess not. Anyway, so this is my go-to Supergirl here that I use. I know I should probably buy a McFarlane one. All right. And that is the end of my story. And again, I will post a link to this Wonder Woman in the description. So come on back in a few minutes. So, and then you guys can then click on the link and get this Wonder Woman very easily. And like I said, the prices on her are pretty low right now on Fleabay. All right, thanks for watching. And like they say in the 1987 movie, you know what? Why am I going to do a He-Man thing? I mean, here we are talking about DC, which you guys know I love DC. I love a lot of Marvel, but we'll just do Superman, and we'll do up, up, and away, up, up, and away. There we go. All right. Good journey, you guys. I said it anyway. I just can't help myself. Good journey. There we go. We'll get He-Man involved. Bye now.